guys, happy Monday. My name is Snezhana. Thank you for coming by Snezhana's Life. I wanted to do this video about a fake cop trying to arrest a real cop. That is one of my personal biggest fears, right? You're driving home one day from work, wherever, and all of a sudden you see lights. And then someone pops open their door, walks to your car, and they're like, hey, I'm a police officer. You know, do you know why I pulled you over? Da da da. I feel like there's more people that are trying to pretend to be an actual police officer. If you guys are feeling sketchy about that, I heard that you can actually call your local police department and say, hey, is this person legit? And then give them the information if the guy is offering to give it to you. Otherwise, yeah, that's just always a big fear of mine because you never know. Luckily, where I live, there's not too many people that would try to do that, thank goodness. But I know there's other areas where that does happen quite a bit, and it's sad and it's scary. But I want to see how this unfolds. I have not seen this video yet, so without further ado, let's go ahead and see what happens.
That's not what I heard.
No, I would never do that.
So what are you doing?
I just got the siren today. It
For what
literally
purpose?
came from Amazon today.
The wrong person over who had a gun and who does not like police, and he gets out and starts shooting. Guess what? You have no way of defending yourself.
On June 21st, 2021, an off-duty officer who was driving home from work noticed a Jeep flashing amber and white lights speeding through Kenosha, Wisconsin. The officer noticed the Jeep pull up multiple cars with the lights activated and then turn on a siren. The Jeep would pull up behind the cars for a few seconds before driving off. As the off-duty officer attempted to get closer to the Jeep to write down the license plate number and peek at the driver, he found himself the victim of the driver's strange behavior. The Jeep got behind him and turned on the sirens, only to speed off as the officer pulled over. The officer, who was still in uniform, followed the driver and motioned him to pull over and wait for the deputy officer to arrive. A sheriff's deputy arrived on the scene and noticed the off-duty officer standing with the 19-year-old suspect, Sam Sergei Knuth. What follows will make this one of the most bizarre cases I've ever seen.
I'm on my way home, and he's turning this strobe light on. He's got a siren. He curves two cars, and then blows past them, goes through a red, and then he's just using this little light bar on top here with these sirens.
Look at that.
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
I was just driving home. I just got this thing off of Amazon,
What thing?
the siren.
And you trying to pull people over?
No.
Well, you followed him a pretty good.
Why is he smiling? It looks like he almost wants to laugh. This is not a joking matter whatsoever. As a female, for me personally, if a male was trying to pretend to be an officer and try to pull me over, I would be extremely nervous. I would be on edge. I would personally call my 911 police department and be like, who is this person? Because this person is sketchy, right? I mean, as a female, you want to be able to feel safe and know that the people who are supposed to protect you is actually the person that's supposed to protect you and serve you, right? Damn, this guy's an idiot, you guys.
Distance.
I followed him.
Yeah, I heard him all the way from 52.
And you tried to curve two cars on 52nd Street and use lights and a siren so they pull over and stop. You pull up next to them and then you blow past them.
That's right, Deanna.
Down 52nd, and I'm on my way home.
Right.
So we're going down 5-2, and then all of a sudden I see this white and yellow flashing light on top of the car, and I'm going along, and all of a sudden I notice this guy's flying, and he's coming up behind cars and making them move over to the shoulder with the siren, and then they pull over and stop, and then
Does he stop behind him?
Yeah, he would pause and stop, and then accelerate around him and take off with the siren, and then he would race up behind the next car and make that pull over on the curb. And then same thing, he'd race around it.
Okay.
So then I'm trying to get up on the side of him to see if I could get a look at him. I wrote down his license plate, I turned my radio on, and as I get up next to him, he slows down, pulls behind me, turns the siren on, and I move into the lane next to him, and then he blows past me.
Okay.
So when he came up to a red light, I looked at him, and I'm like, pull over and stop, and then he takes off, and he ran two red lights.
Okay. What red lights did he run? This one?
So this one here for sure. And
Coming northbound or?
So eastbound.
And then into the
Turn
northbound?
red, and then he made the left, and then The other one that he ran was 104th and 52nd.
Okay.
At first, Sam denied pulling over anybody, but had a strange reason for the lights and siren.
For Amazon recently?
A siren.
Why?
I've already wanted one.
For what purpose?
PA system.
To do what?
Talking to it mostly. Kind of had a siren in it, and I didn't really know it had a siren. And I was f***ing with it. I did construction, landscaping. That's the light on the top.
What's with the yellow and white bar?
That's amber.
Okay,
That's
so
for construction.
are you doing construction right now?
No.
So why do you have it on?
Because I saw him behind me, and he had his hazards on. He was following me, so I turned him on. I don't want to get hit.
You got any weapons on you?
No.
Stand up for me. Turn around.
If this wasn't enough madness already, Sam had yet another strange reason for running through red lights.
What's with the red lights? Running the red lights.
What was it?
This one, and then the one on 104th and 52nd Street.
I was like 100 feet maybe before the red light, and
Do you have your siren on when you were going through the red light?
I don't know. I had my horn on, I think.
What horn?
A little like,
The air horn?
yeah. Because like my brakes are this thing, and like I can't really stop very good on it. So it hit yellow before I was like able to like stop real quick. So I just kind of like hit the air horn. And I don't know. I just got it today.
So it sounds like you tried to pull over 3 people.
No.
That's not what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that you got behind him, hit your light and your horn, put him to the curb, stop behind him for several seconds, and then sped around him.
No, I didn't do that.
Hey, Fleet Rewards members, save 10% this Sunday through Thursday at Fleet Farm. No rebates, no wait.
That's not what I heard.
No, I would never do that.
So what are you?
I just got the siren today. It
For what
literally
purpose?
came from Amazon today.
He's got a whole light bar. That's not rigged up.
These strange reasons for his behavior only made the officers more suspicious of Sam. The officers alleged that Sam might have been trying to impersonate a cop, which is not only extremely stupid, but a very serious offense.
I'm literally not trying to impersonate no one.
Then why the lights? Why the
You know, when
sirens?
you're pulling people
Why the
over
air
with
horn?
the light flashing, it is impersonating, right?
I wasn't trying to impersonate no one, no. Like, I'm not here. I don't have a uniform. I don't have any firearms. I really love you guys. I really honestly do. I'm not trying to impersonate no one.
So what were you gonna do with this other light bar that's in there?
That's the other thing. I was gonna mount it. I just picked that up from my dad's house. It's from a racing lawnmower that I built for the high school. It used to go on the floor. It's orange.
What about these lights up here? They could be construed as, they look like they could strobe, and they're white.
Those are white strobe lights.
You understand where we're going with this, right?
Right, I understand. I really fucked up. That's how I
Yeah,
get it.
you fucked up.
What were you gonna pull them over for? Just out of curiosity.
I wasn't trying to pull anybody over. I got it today.
So what were you following them for then?
I was just driving. And I know.
Where were you headed to?
Unigroup. I was just messing with the different sounds on the siren because I live in a residential area, and I thought, like, I don't know. I should have taken. I don't know. I didn't know where I could really
not
play
funny.
it.
You understand, okay, so not only is it something that's, I'm just gonna straight out say it's stupid.
Right.
You're not armed, right?
No.
What happens if you try, I'm just saying, I'm not accusing you of anything right now, okay, but what would happen if you tried to pull the wrong person over who had a gun and who does not like police, and he gets out and starts shooting? Guess what? You have no way of defending yourself. Nevertheless, that this is a crime for you impersonating a police officer. You know that, right?
I'm not trying to impersonate no one.
Everything that is occurring right now
Yeah.
is pointing that way. It's not smart. You're gonna end up getting yourself hurt over something stupid just because you want to play around.
After running a background check, the officers find out that Sam is on probation for a conviction in 2020 for intimidating a victim and disorderly conduct. But that's not all. He was charged with 4 counts of 4th-degree sexual assault, which were all dismissed due to a plea agreement.
If you're on probation for whatever the case is,
And I'm sitting here drawing attention You should literally be going to work, going home, and that's it. You shouldn't be going to
It's not
any
funny.
bars.
Why is
You
he
shouldn't be going
laughing?
anywhere after whatever. Because guys do stupid stuff all the time. We just had a guy yesterday. He was out on probation and whatever else, and the guy decides to go to the bar with his old lady, and guess what? Now he's going to go to prison for 3-4 years because, you know, it's like, just stay at home.
I get it.
I mean, I get you have a life and I get you're 19, but, you
I
know,
work 3 jobs.
right, I get it, but, you know, at the end of the day, you know, your decisions in the past, you know, brought you
He's 19 and he already has those charges. Like, yikes. What's next?
to here, so it's like, you just need to stay home, stay out of trouble.
Noticing his lame excuses aren't working for him, Sam eventually agrees that he was indeed trying to impersonate a cop.
So here's what I think happened, okay? I think you got this new light today, and it's cool. You got a new light, you got a new siren, it's fun. Then you realize you turn it on and people pull over for you like you're a cop. So you thought, hey, this is kind of fun. I'm going to pull behind them like a cop, because you like the cops, that's great. And then, well, maybe I probably shouldn't go far with this, but that was cool, and then kept going. Is that about right?
Yeah. It's dumb. But I wasn't trying to be a cop. I like you guys, I really do.
Someone needs to,
You guys
like,
are awesome. You guys do good
smack
work.
that
Even though it's been
smirk off
arrested,
his face.
I have never changed my view on you guys at all.
That's
I
fantastic,
was
but
on the Gracie County Sheriff's Explorer post as a kid. I've always dreamt to be, I don't know.
you always want to be a cop.
Yeah.
Just didn't work out for you.
No.
And it happens. Unfortunately, some people just doesn't work out. But tonight, you were trying to act like you're a cop a little bit, right? Right? And not, you were like, hey, I'm gonna go full blown here. We're gonna pull someone over, get them out of the car. But a little part of you, right? You're like, I have a light on, I have a siren. They pulled over for me. It's like I'm a cop right now, right?
And unfortunately, one of those cars is a police car.
And that's why we're here today. So you essentially pull over somebody as a cop, but you're not a cop. Does that sound right?
I mean, we understand what you're saying, that you're not getting out, you're not IDing people, you're not doing all that, but you can't stop cars out here.
I understand.
Does he? Does he
Especially,
understand?
you pull somebody over and they think you are a cop. You're not ready for that, are you? Somebody gets out of the car and comes after you, you're not trained for that, right? You're not ready for that, right? And then what happens? And then somebody that doesn't like the cops and they think you are a cop, and they get out and they come back after you, what do you think happens? Maybe. You never know. And that's the problem with people that are not cops acting like they are. You're not trained or prepared for it. See how that's a problem? Not to mention, in the past, there have been people who are trying to pretend they're cops for bad reasons. You obviously tonight didn't do anything further than pull behind them like you're doing a traffic stop. But how do we know that in another mile, the next car you pull over, you're like, you know what? They think I'm a cop. I'm going to play this one off further. I'm going to go up and we don't know. We don't know you. You see how that's a problem? Does that make sense? So you having a little bit of fun tonight with your new light and siren very well could have ended poorly or differently, or had we not stopped you, who knows what could have happened? We don't know.
Could have been seriously hurt, yeah.
Correct. As the deputy officer warns Sam of the repercussions of his actions, Sam cannot stop smirking, thinking he can justify his creepy and dumb behavior. But from his previous charges and the current incident, something tells me that his criminal career is just getting started.
Thank
Now
you.
that he's played a cop, it's time for Sam to play a prisoner.
Am I under arrest or detained? I'm detained.
You're detained. Okay. You work in the morning? What time do you work in the morning? 7.
I'm gonna be at the shop at 7.
What's that?
I'm gonna be at the shop at 7.
Okay.
Well, that's not gonna happen.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. We're calling an appeal right now. And we're gonna let.
Here's one thing you need to do
Thank
before
God.
buying anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch.
Let them know that you were using the siren. Or let them know that you were at a bar. I let them know that you weren't drinking. That you lose your that you've been cooperating. But more Summons, as of right now, it's just gonna be a summons for impersonating a police officer. It's a misdemeanor. Okay? Your appeal, I don't know what your appeal is gonna do. He's gonna wanna hold you or not, that's up to him. But I'm being honest with you, because you've been honest and cooperative with us. Okay?
Try to work.
Yep. So let's just have a seat back on the bumper. Once we hear back, we'll let you know, okay? Get one. So they decided they're gonna hold you. So,
Good. That's dangerous. You can't be doing that. Only 19 years old, you guys. Holy crap. Like,
As a lover of cops, Sam really hit the jackpot. He got to talk to a bunch of them, ride in their car, and even got an extended tour of the police facility. It was only his bad luck that this fake cop managed to run into a real cop and got caught.
you have a seat in that brown chair. Step up, we'll go over there. Straight ahead of that silver desk on you, right?
Finally, Sam was detained and charged with impersonating a police officer, a misdemeanor. He was cited for violation of a red traffic light, an unlawful siren or horn. Sam was given a $2,500 signature bond and was held in Kenosha County Jail on a probation hold. If you enjoyed this video, watch this one, and don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.
well, at least towards the end, he stopped smiling. So that's a good thing, I guess, right? This whole situation is just creepy. It's, like I said, especially for us females. We don't know if the male person is really a cop or not, because you don't know what kind of intentions they have, right? I've heard of people pretending to be a cop and them killing their victims. As horrible as that sounds, that's true. So if you don't feel safe, call your local PD, or obviously videotape, capture the moment. Thank God we all have cell phones these days. But you got to keep your eye out, because you never know. But I'm glad that they showed this video. I really hope the guy gets help, man. I don't know if it's too late for him. I mean, he's so young, so I'm hoping that because of his age, he can turn around. But the types of stuff that's already on his record, it doesn't look good for him. But I mean, miracles happen. So, man, just the whole time that he was working doing that video was just creepy. Anyways, thank you for watching my video. I will post the original video down below in my description. You guys have a beautiful Monday, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye bye.